Hey guys, this is Hamster TD6 again, and I want to finish the two-part series on tower targeting here. Now, what I did here is I separated all the towers that have camo detection with the camo icon, and the towers outside, well, I guess I put him inside too, but don't worry about that. I put all those who don't get the icon but can still see camo outside. And the plane. Jesus. Okay, well, look, regardless, it's very weird that some towers get this icon and they can target camos more and some don't. I think that's really weird, especially for the Dartling Gunner bottom path. I tested it with bads over here and it just doesn't get the icon, which is bizarre. But anyway, as you can see, if we send in 50 fortified ceramics and then 50 fortified camo ceramics, they're going to start changing where they're going to shoot. They don't care if things leak. They're going to start shooting these camos. They don't care. They're busy shooting the camo ones. And yeah, that's kind of obvious, but just a weird little new update they did. And I want to say update 43, 42, something like that. But yeah, it's a nice change if you need someone to focus camos. Alright, and the first targeting I wanted to show off was the Boomerang Monkey bottom path. Now I set in 20 reinforced songs and just a reinforced bad here. Usually he has infinite range and he shoots a red hot, or at least I thought so. Maybe I'm just delusional. Yeah, he doesn't do anything, sorry. But, oh, he just has extra range? Okay, well, even I learned something here. Well, he's going on first, as you can see, but if you put him on last, the, I guess not infinite range boomerang, but the further range boomerang will listen to the targeting, but he himself does not. Well, actually, he should once they get in range. Yeah, he completely ignores the bad. So all the targeting does work, but yeah, you saw it. Whatever. I mean, I wouldn't do this anyway. And on to the next tower. We're doing middle path, big boy. Cannon, sorry. I am really out of it tonight from medicine. But anyway, this should listen to our command. So we're going to do last and click the ability. And yes, it does go to the reinforced song in the back rather than what it sees. So there you go. That works as intended. Alright, next tower. And on to a very weird tower that I kind of forgot even got targeting. We have the Inferno Ring. It gains targeting if you get bottom path with even more attacks because then it shoots meteors. And you can change how the meteors attack, as you can see. Now it still keeps its basic attack, but yeah, you can control the meteors with this. And that is that's pretty snazzy. I would just recommend strong targeting. And on to the next tower. We're already in military here. We're doing middle path submarine. Now I do have a dart monkey down just so he has advanced intel so we can test this. But as you can see, if I make it go to last, as you can see they're still in range. Looks like his missile went to them. I don't see an explosion on them, so there you go. That works as intended. And on to the next tower, we have the aircraft flagship. Now I want to just test how the planes work. So if you go on last, you can see they, well, target last. Which I actually didn't think about controlling with the planes here, but yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I don't know why you'd ever want it on anything but first, but there you go. You can. And next up we have the Buccaneer again, but middle path. Now I actually have been curious about this for a little bit, and I wanted to see how its hooks work when they're paired with targeting. So we're on last, so it should go to BFBs, but it hooks in ZOMGs. So it probably just goes for whatever's first or strong. I guess we can see again. Let's do strong now. Actually, let's go on first. Let's see what happens. Nope, it still goes for the highest ranking one. So yeah, that's only strong targeting, it seems. And the next tower I wanted to do was actually really bizarre, and that is the bottom path Dartling Gunner. Now, I have him on target independent, and as you can see, the barrels split up and don't really listen to, well, you're in targeting because you put on target independent. But that's actually kind of bad in a lot of situations. I've lost some chimps runs due to this. But if you do normal targeting, all of the barrels go to the same place. I mean, obviously, it's where you aim. But I do just find it bizarre they don't just give you the normal things like strong and stuff. They have to do target independent. So you're kind of splitting up all the damage, and that can make some bad situations. I don't know, man. Kind of not a fan. And now we're on to Magic Monkeys. And this is very bizarre. As you can see, if we just go on first, all of his targeting just goes there when he sees it. But they also just completely spin around and try and hit the other thing. And if you go on last, it also does that, but you know, the opposite order, where they try and spin around to the first. It's very weird, but I quite like it, and it's very mesmerizing when they spin around. Very fun tower, very nice seeking targets. And I know it's kind of basic, but I just want to touch on the Super Monkey really quick. You can control the targeting per arm. So if you want to do like last and close, there you go. First and strong is typically what you want. It'll make sure he cleans up very well. You can anti-bloom ability, very fun stuff. But yeah, you can't make each arm go on the same thing. They have to cover different areas. So yeah, just a quick little touch up on him. And the next tower is Master Bomber. I wanted to see how his infinite range bombs interact. So we're going to go on last here, and it does look like he throws it backwards. So, yeah. You can control his infinite bomb with targeting. This guy kind of sucks though, so I don't know. Maybe just don't bother. Now on to one of the most unique towers in the game that I don't think gets enough appreciation, but probably for a good reason. It's the Blue Master Alchemist, and he is destroying everything I had loaded for a test. Kind of ridiculous, but hey. As you can see, I have it set on first, but his gold potion is still going after the strongest things. So it looks like they intend for the random acid he drops to clean up whatever happens, and he shoots a strong thing, even if there are fortified BFBs in his range and about to leak, until they're the weakest thing. So yeah, there you go. Now this test is going to look a little chaotic, but now we're on to the Druid, and I just wanted to touch up on Middle Path. I believe his Vine can be set to strong, yes, instead of clean up first. So you can have him just pop a lead or something early game and make your life a little easier. But yeah, that's all. Just this little Vine can be targeted. Now I really don't want to do 3 separate things for this tower, so we're going to cover all the paths in one go here. So let's hurry it up. So, Middle Path is able to target his ability, and it goes like this. Whoosh. And yeah, there you go. And if it's not targeted, it just goes to first. Okay? So that's Middle Path. Now bottom path. You can target the totem anywhere with the tier 5. Tier 4 has to be within the range. But yeah, you can target it anywhere and it will scoop up some Moabs and balloons and make your life a whole lot easier. And for the top path, all the tentacles have a 45-degree angle attack for everything within the range. So you kind of want to put this guy in like a circular corner or something, so all the tentacles kind of have a chance to slap some balloons. And yeah, he's pretty powerful. And yeah, the bottom path allows tridents to seek. Now it's not like seeking shurikens. Those actually hit the balloons. These kind of, well, as you can see, even when overrun, they're still going through and whiffing stuff. I don't know. It's better than not seeking though. But there you go. That's all the mermonkeys. And for this next test, I want to try the carpet of spikes with smart spikes. So we buy it, and now we're going to see how the ability works. If it goes smart, or if it just does the thing. It just covers the whole thing. So I'm not sure why you would ever get smart spikes here. Now I do believe in multi-lane maps, it will do smart spikes on the one lane that is having balloons come out, like Muddy Puddles, Bloody Puddles, Castle's Revenge. Well, I guess both go at the same time. But you know what I mean. The maps with lanes that change, uh, smart spikes will help, but it's pretty whatever. And for the other tower, I just wanted to show here how this works. Normal, it plays it like every other spike factory would, without smart targeting. Then close, it does whatever part of the track is closest to it. It's this corner right here. And far, I'm not too sure what far does, other than the furthest away it can be, while also being the closest to the front of the map. Or even the back, who knows? I think it's the front. Far isn't typically used, but smart and close are your best options, depending on where you place it. But typically smart is how you want to do things. It will shoot it as far as it can towards the exit. So yeah, there you go. You probably know that, but just in case you don't. And the next tower, we have the Top Path Village. Now, it's kind of obvious, but yeah, his projectile will go wherever you target it. So, you know, if you want to slice up some bads, which I don't know why you would, because it's better on first. As you can see, it's pretty good at tracking all that stuff. See? And it has some weird, like, seeking thing. It's basically as good and wonky as the Mermonkey seeking. I don't know. It seems bizarre. Sometimes it's god tier, sometimes it's like really bad. Depends on positioning or something, but I don't know. Just keep it on first. And on to another triple threat tower. We have the sentries. Now I wanted to showcase here the top path first, because I set it on last, and even the sentries go after what's last. But if you change it, they'll still be on last, but whenever he makes a new one, that will be on first, or whatever you set him to. So that's actually kind of interesting. And for this path, you can choose where the cleansing foam goes. Very, very fun. And if you get middle path with the bottom path, you can choose where your balloon trap goes. Woohoo! Alright, well, you know, that's the engineers. And forgive me, but I'm not too familiar with beast handlers because they cost so much for normal games, but I'm trying to go over them. Giant condor. Obviously, you can place things wherever, but did you guys know that condor goes all the way and brings them back? And if you have beast handlers that are merged into this one condor, or other pads you wish to use, you can also set it to be in their range. And yeah, it's a good way to give yourself infinite range in a sense. So, like this Microraptor, if it was the Puakai, or Condor in this case, I could place it like over here and, you know, bite a guy. And, you know, you could change it up. But yeah, with birds, it's kind of hard to showcase. But basically that applies to all of these. Megalodon targeting is really weird because you can do it in a way where it attacks backwards and flops stuff around, and that flopping does damage, but I wouldn't really worry about that. You're not going to be buying that in real games. And now we're on to paragons that have kind of weird unique abilities / targeting. And we're on to the sub now. This is kind of a chaotic test, but I clicked his ability and he stopped shooting entirely. And it looks like his ability does target whatever is first in his line of sight, because that did not go after them. So yeah, looks like it goes according to whatever you place it on. So there you go. Okay, this test is also chaotic, but it's what I gotta do for paragons. Now we're on to the Buccaneer, and I wanted to see if he can go after the ZOMGs in the back rather than the bads with these hooks. And it looks like, much like with Pirate Lord, it just goes for whatever is strongest. At least I hope that's what I remembered the test with Pirate Lord being. So there you go. And on to the next Paragon, we have the Ninja, and it looks like his bombs work just like the Master Bomber does. And yeah, there you go. That's the Ninja. And I believe this will be the final tower, the Engineer Paragon. Now I placed all 3 of his sentries. This can do all the normal ones. This can also do all the normal ones. And this you can lock in place, or you can have it follow you. And yeah, that's sentry. And also, for some reason, this says locked? What was that? That was weird. Sometimes it's little sentries say locked. Okay. They're not very locked to me, but sure. Why not, Ninja Kiwi? And now we're on to some monkey knowledge things. There shouldn't be too many. The first one I wanted to cover was Wing Monkey. You can make the ace fly around and shoot at the guys rather than, you know, a set path. So, yeah. It's alright. And now we're on to the helicopter. I'm going to make a whole video about this guy because I think the monkey knowledge is very interesting. But, let's say for instance you get a Dartling gunner, and you make it your door gunner with that knowledge. Well, now as you can see, the darts are flying where my mouse goes. So you can control a Dartling gunner in this, but as you'll see in the video I make about it, you can do many, many fun things with this thing. And very quickly I wanted to brush up on the helicopter in general. Now Pursuit, I think we all know what that does by now. It follows the target by kind of just backing up towards it with its gun and shooting non-stop. Follow mouse, it, well, follows your mouse. Lock in place, you lock it in place. And patrol points, you can kind of just make it go across the map over and over and over and over. I don't know why you'd ever do that instead of just like Pursuit. But it is actually kind of better to do follow mouse at times, depending on the map and the setup you got going. I guess I should have spawned something way stronger. But as you can see, Pursuit is just going to keep backing up. But if you do like follow mouse, you can actually keep getting the perfect angles you want. I know for this map it doesn't seem like it, but for follow mouse you can do some crazy things with heli. It's actually kind of fun. Now for this monkey we're going to do 2 tests right here. So we have the elite targeting, which means it's basically on strong, but when they get to like, I want to say 90 to 80% of the map finished, they go on first and shoot as much as they can. And the other thing I wanted to showcase was last targeting, because there is a monkey knowledge that makes military monkeys, all military monkeys, shoot 10% faster when on last targeting, which I'm starting to realize most of the military monkeys don't even get last targeting, so it really is just Sniper, Sub, and Buccaneer. GG bozos, I don't know. So we're going to do a test here of fortified ceramics, and it's on elite, and it's cleaned up pretty well. And it did okay, but if you put it on last, now look how fast it's shooting. Wow-wee. Now do I think it's better? No. But typically what people do for races is you kind of just get a cannon ship, you put it on last, it'll carry you through the whole race. It's pretty damn good. And now consider this last part a little addendum. I just wanted to showcase something that bugs me in this game. As you can see, when you buy Smart Spikes, it changes it to normal. You buy this, it changes it to elite. You buy him this first. Level 7, divide and conquer. Robo Monkey, you gain last. Center path, you go in a circle. Pursuit, you pursue. Submerge, you submerge. What happens when you buy Balloon Area Denial System? Nothing. You stay on normal and have to change it to target independent yourself. Why are you gonna force us to change all these targetings when we get the upgrade, but not for my boy? My boy needs target independent as an upgrade. Come on, Ninja Kiwi. Come on, help my boy Riv Snore out. Come on, he's a good guy. He does what he can. Okay guys, I think that'll be it for all the targeting for all the towers in the game as of update 45. I probably missed something knowing me. I probably got something wrong. If I did, please let me know in the comments. I'll pin it, I'll like it, I'll gift you 500 free iPod touches. Okay, that's not true. You're not going to get anything. But yeah, thank you for watching this, and I hope to upload more guides soon. See ya.